Hey, what's going on everyone? I hope you're good. My name's Aiden, otherwise known as RowlandWWFC. That's my Xbox Live gamer tag and Twitter. Yes, I am now on Twitter. Get on that, boys and girls. This here is my Game Week 20 review, part 1. And it's slightly different to my usual review game weeks. With the inclusion of part 1, and the main reason why it's split up into 2 parts is down to the double game week for Tottenham, aka Spurs and Everton. In my team I have 2 players, that's Brad Friedel and Adebayor, who are playing on the 11th, so in a couple of days time. So my overall score of 38, hopefully, fingers crossed, as long as neither Friedel or Adebayor gets sent off, will go up. And, you know, I need it to go up because the average is 43 points. At the moment, I'm below average, hoping Adebayor and Friedel can bump me up to above that line. So, starting with my squad who have finished for this game week 20, I played a 4-3-3 formation with Friedel in goal, who got me 6 points. He played in a 1-0 win against West Bromwich Albion, 4 points for a clean sheet, and he played the full 90 minutes, which gets him the bog standard 2 points. Thank you very much. Into my back 4, Shotton. Now I transferred him in not last game week, but the week before that, and he's been really positive actually, points wise. Really cheap at 4 when I traded him in, or transferred him in, and he's pulled back quite a few points. Now he's been playing out of position. Now generally that's not a good thing, but he's classified in the game as a defender, and he's actually been playing midfield, so that gives him that extra goal threat that, you know, at the moment he hasn't scored, but if he should, he would then get more points. He's more likely to get a goal, is what I'm trying to say, when he's playing in midfield rather than defence, one would think anyway. But at 4 points for this game week, not too bad. And big thing about Shotton, actually, look, he's actually gone up since I've purchased him, is his team selected by. He is what we call a differential, and for those that don't know what that terminology means, that's basically the player that can gain points on the opposition. Now, it's generally a tactic used for those who are, let's put it this way, in the nicest possible way, below or, you know, behind other players, in order to get that, you know, that points gap, and I'm definitely one of those, so I need a few of those differentials to pay off for me. And as you can see here, minus the Wigan game week, look, 6 points versus Aston Villa, which is when I got him in, and then 4 points, so 10 points from 3 games, 1 he didn't play. That's not a bad return. Vermaelen, who is currently injured, he didn't play a single minute, so Arsenal lost 2-1, doesn't really matter, he didn't play, so he will get traded out in for one of my subs who played. Enrique 1 point, and let's skip over that, and Ryan Taylor 6 points. Now I believe I feel I should have maybe had an assist with Ryan Taylor. I think it was a Kabay, or it was an own goal by one of the Man United players, I believe. I think I should have had an assist, but hey, whatever. Moving into midfield, my 3 in midfield. Nani, who got me 2 points. Mata, who got me 3. And Silva, who got me 9 points. Now that's quite a nice total right there. Expensive midfield, but you know, they got me, barring Silva, pretty bog standard amount of points there. But, you know, as I say, those players over the season are definitely going to be getting me some serious points. So, you know, unfortunately they haven't been putting it all together in one game week, so I can just go shooting up that table. But, you know, let's hope that they do over the season and get me those points. Moving into my forward 3, Sturridge. 0 points, that's because he didn't play a single minute, and that's made it even worse because I've actually selected him as my captain. I believe they were playing Wolves, so I thought if he'd played, he could have got something out of the game. In the end he didn't. I'm not entirely sure why. A leg injury, so there was something wrong with one of his legs, I presume, and he didn't play. So As I say, thankfully though, Nani, my vice captain, did play, so at least I do get double points. Not the best score to be doubling, 2 points, 4 points in total, but better than 0. My next forward 2 in Morrison and Adebayor, they again got me generally good points, and here is one of my other differentials. Morrison at 3.9%. I think it was a stat he scored or had an assist in like 5 or 6 games on the trot, and considering the amount of points he was getting on a consistent basis, it really doesn't reflect that in the team selected by. So he, really is one of those picks which I say, he's not a bad shout if you're looking to catch up on a few of the teams or people that are in front of you in your leagues. And Adebayor, again, with the double game week, he could have gone really big, but he only got 2 points against West Brom. Tottenham didn't play very well, and only the 1 goal there, and he didn't get an assist or the goal. So 2 points for him, but he's playing Everton in the next couple of days, so his points tally, hopefully, fingers crossed, will go up, and here's hoping. So scrolling down to my bench, and I'm expecting Allen to be substituted in at 1 point. He played 33 minutes, and Victor Moses in again for 1 point. He only played 52 minutes. Obviously Sturridge, and then it'll also be Vermaelen that will go out. King, on the other hand, said injured, and he's one of those risks that I took. Tottenham, who I thought were going to, keep a few clean sheets. Unfortunately, he's injured, so he's not going to benefit from it. So that's effectively my part 1, week 20 review there, guys. But while I'm speaking and I'm uploading the video, I might as well talk about a few topics that are current in the Barclays Premier League. Firstly, Suarez. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, he's been accused and found guilty of using racist terminology. Now, I haven't read the report, don't know exactly what he says, but one can imagine. And he's been found guilty, and he has to serve an 8-game ban. So if you've got Suarez in your team, I highly recommend you jump ship, as most people would have done, because he's an expensive player, and you can't carry someone that long for, for that amount of price. It's just ridiculous. Liverpool didn't lodge a complaint or an appeal, and really, when looking at it from the outside, you have to say they really wouldn't have had a case if they had. The one thing football, I don't think, will ever do, modern day, is find a person guilty of being racist and then actually going, well, actually, as you've made a complaint, we'll actually half that 8-game ban to 4 games. Not going to happen, and rightly so, in my opinion. I mean, you can't show any kind of, anything along the lines of being accommodating, being racist. It's something that, in society shouldn't be there, and if he's found guilty, and he has been, he should be punished for it. And lastly, moving off that topic, onto Warnock. He, not the player, no, the manager of QPR. He finds himself out of the job. Tony Fernandez, the chairman and owner of QPR, has had enough. They're perilously, they're on the bubble of the relegation, just above the relegation slots. They've had a really poor run of results, really, no other way of putting it, and Fernandez has lost faith. Don't know if the players at QPR had lost faith in Warnock, but he finds himself out of the job, and QPR are now looking for his replacement, which at the moment looks to be Mr. Hughes, the ex-Welsh manager, I believe. I could be wrong saying that. He definitely used to obviously manage Man City. Actually, I think I am wrong. I don't think he did manage Wales. I know he is Welsh, so pardon that. But no, he's favourite to come in, and he's hoping for all the QPR fans that he gets those desired results. So this here is my game week 20 part 1 review. Stay tuned to part 2 to see how this game week ends up. My name's Aidan, otherwise known as RowlandWWFC. See you later, guys.